Dutch or French?
It was like, the beer you drink also says a lot about you, and maybe the type of day you've also had,
Now, I hear you. But my point is, I won't be dictated to by the setting or the people that are there.
Camping, boy, there's no such thing.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm telling you,
bro. I think the only good stadiums we have from a pitch perspective would be Polokwane, PE, Cape Town, and there's one more that I'm missing, Orlando, most of the time. Bottom Beers, we back with another episode. My name is MJ as usual. Castro, what it do, doggy?
All is well, my boy. Can't complain, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a while, dog. It's been a while.
What's it been, dog? 2 weeks?
2 weeks again.
Oh, boy.
And you promised everyone that you'd give them an episode every week. That's the thing.
100%, dog. That was you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been professional for quite a while now, dog. So, that's been happening, man. But I see you back on track, my boy.
I'm back on track. I see you also back on track.
100%, can't complain, dog. Weather's getting better, so yeah, man. I think there'll be more consistency this time around.
Away. Do you have any disappointments to report?
Any disappointments? I mean, you know the disappointments.
Yeah.
So that's one guy, you know what I'm saying, that said he's gonna come, we're here, he didn't pull up.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about the guy that used to play for Chiefs and Sundowns?
Platinum Stars, Black Leopards, and Super Sport. Yeah, that guy.
Okay, that guy. Okay.
But
it's all good. It's all good.
I ain't mad.
All right. Beer review, let's go. What are we drinking, dog?
See what I feel like. We're gonna go with that.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Remember we had Fuck Off, dog, but it had different branding. It was the one we had where it was like they had like Mortal Kombat characters. Remember, it was like a character.
But what if it's similar to like E-Hunter, where there's like, maybe a Pilsner and a lager or something like that, because I think this is Fuck Off lager, basically. Yeah. So maybe the one we had was like maybe a Pilsner or something different, or Fuck Off light or something like that.
Alright, we'll check.
So yeah, now we're gonna rock this one, dog. With my bottle opener.
No, dog, you can use that bottle there to open.
Which one?
The water bottle, bro. Or use the other bottle. Better yet, I got you.
Nah, boy, say less, my boy, say less.
Speaking of, please do like and subscribe. Also hit the like button, right?
Yes.
Please
do like, subscribe. Don't be shy to comment, gents.
Yeah, please do comment.
Whether it's good or bad, dog.
If you want to say it's only MJ, it's fine.
Only MJ will read that shit.
What do you mean? You gonna read it, nigga?
I'm a sensitive person, dog. I don't read the comments. So I guess it's, but yeah, man. Like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, gents. It's good to be back.
Cheers to that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's very light, eh?
Extremely light.
Very, very light. How much percent is this actually?
4%. 4% of the.
Okay, so you can drink this more often.
Yeah, so it's Costa Light, ne? Costa Light's 4%.
Yeah. Yeah, 4%.
Yeah, so very much in the Costa Light category, and there's also 4% in the prom bottle.
Yeah. But my thing is, right, why is the name in Afrikaans but everything else in English? Because you've seen like with beers that we've tasted from like Belgium and whatever, the name will be Belgium and the copy will also be Belgium.
So now you want them to call it Fuck Off lager?
No. Keep it as Fuck Off, but everything else, like all the details except the ingredients, should be in Afrikaans. If you're gonna stay true to the brand.
I mean, look, I think English is the
universal language.
Yeah, universal language
that's
also.
Lovely. That's lovely. But why is maybe, let's say, a Lefe, some of the content there, it's written in Belgium. What do they speak in Belgium?
French.
No, they don't speak French, bro.
French.
No.
French.
No, bro, they don't speak French.
Search.
They don't speak French in Belgium.
French.
Okay, yeah, but I'll search now. But my point is...
Belgium colonized Congo. Congo, they speak French, don't they? They did colonize... I know that
Congo.
Patrice Lumumba's tooth, though. So, so I see. Why are you laughing?
I know. I was keep quiet.
Let's double check. Are you confirming?
Yeah, I'm checking now.
Can't afford no fact check on our side.
But we don't have budget for that.
We got budget for
in
nothing.
Belgium, there, it comes up first. Very odd. Which language is it? Dutch or French? Taste, I'll give it a solid 18. Like I could drink this. It's almost similar to this.
What is that?
Castles. I don't know.
Some like, have you drank this before?
Nigga, we drank it without with Dalen. How many times you wanna taste beer?
But you said Dylan was just picking whatever, dog. Like, you just kept it going and you didn't even say what we were drinking, did we?
We did.
We did?
Yeah. You even asked about this. I even said the price.
Yeah. Fair enough. But we drink a lot of things, so I can't even remember what's happening. But yeah, no, I agree with you in terms of like solid 8, like something you drink every day. It's not heavy, and yeah, man, like it is what it is. So yeah, taste solid 8. What are we missing? Packaging? What do you think?
It's bold, but it also doesn't look premium. So it looks like it's in the same caliber as this.
Yeah.
Which is what, 15, 16 bucks for a go-to.
For me, packaging, dog, like honestly, like anything brown, I always associated with like, you know, having a kick, you know, like anything brown is most likely to just like kind of fuck you up, you know, for lack of a better word.
Get shit-faced.
Yeah, so now I'm
I want to get shit-faced every day, too.
Boy, not even an everyday thing. I'm just saying, like, I associate brown bottles with that, and yeah, man, and now for me to be sipping on a brown bottle, but it's giving green bottle vibes, you know, like.
But do you even still care at this point, bro? Like, I really don't give a damn who says what about what I drink, where I am. As long as it fits how I'm feeling that moment. But it kind of fits the occasion. I mean, sure, you're not going to drink that wearing a 3-piece suit.
I was actually getting to that. I was like, you know, the beer you drink also says a lot about you and maybe the type of day you've also had, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck that, bro.
For real, bro.
No, bro.
No, think about it. If you had a hectic day, dog, are you grabbing flying fish?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my whole point is I'm basing it on a setting that you right?
Okay, you go to an all-white party, dog. You're gonna order black label.
Of course not.
See, you're more likely to, if it was a beer thing,
Yeah.
you're more likely to pull up some Coronas because it suits
The occasion.
the occasion, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. But my point is, I won't be dictated to by the setting or the people that are there.
Cab. Capping, boy, there's no such dog.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Whenever I took you to a club now, boy, there's no reason gonna pull out a black label, dog.
Yeah, not a black label, but if I'm feeling like drinking a beer, I'll drink a Stella.
But you see, even with the Stella, dog, it suits the occasion, boy.
A club. When everyone else is popping bottles.
I mean,
we're not like
if you have it in the draft class, it's a different story.
Yes.
No, boy, there's no such thing.
First of all, everyone will know that you're not in VIP because there's no beer allowed in VIP. So that's red flag number 1.
No, wait. I get you need a bottle. You need a bottle. So you tell me you can't get beers after grabbing a bottle?
No, you're not allowed.
For real?
Yeah. Like, you must try it. Like, every club you go to.
But
If you sit in VIP, you're not allowed to drink beer.
what if I'm a beer person? Okay, cool, I bought some bottles, whatever for my case, but now I'm a beer person.
That's your business, then you must go chill somewhere else, man. Because remember, they're also selling a lifestyle there.
Yeah.
And they're also selling competitiveness. So if the bowlers on your left are seeing you drinking beer and you with some bads, light skin, big booty, you know what I'm talking about, and you're drinking beer.
I don't know what you're speaking about, but yeah.
No, of course not. So these guys next to you are not going to try and compete with you. Like have you seen, like, every time you go to a club, right? They always offer decoy bottles.
I've heard about that. Not that I've seen it.
Has it ever happened to you?
No.
It's happened with me and Goose at Bryanston at Rockets, right? So we there at Rockets with Spiso also. So we there drinking.
How is FIFA, dog? Did you get cancelled?
Nah, he didn't get cancelled.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't get cancelled. I'll tell you offline. So where was I? Oh yeah, at Rockets, right?
Yeah.
At VIP shop. Drinking, and they bring these bottles, right? I think ordered like Hennessy. I mean, I don't remember. Some bottles, okay? And then they bring 2 Vev bottles as a decoy. They're like, these are just for display, chief. Yeah. My boy Goose. so like he's busy. Right? So he comes with the chick, and obviously she needs something to drink. So my boy looks over at the table. There's only those 2 decoys left for the ladies. My boy cracks open a Vev and he pours a glass for his hand at the end of the night. But you know what, you cracked open a bottle you weren't supposed to crack open. So you need to pay for it. So like that's what they do. So that's why they don't also allow beer. Because they're just trying to push up sales by any means possible.
And I hear that shit. But I don't you think it's always the case? Maybe don't you think like it's the thing of like, okay, cool. You put bottles of champagne on the table.
Yeah.
There's no way in VIP and you don't want no bad beds around you though.
Of course.
And then like, cool, of course the honeys are gonna arrive and then there's the bottles on the table already. They're gonna have to offer the bad bed something. So let's put them there. Eventually one or two's gonna crack open.
Yeah, they know that you're gonna drink them. Damn. So it's kind of upselling you somehow. Just reverse engineer.
The streets are cold. I need to look out for that. Like, I must go out one time.
I'm fine. I dodged the bullet that day. But anyway, so packaging, I give it a 5.
Yeah, no, packaging is very misleading. I'd say I'd give it a 4 actually, because now I'm just like, fuck off lager. You're expecting something aggressive, bam, light.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4.
Oh yeah, actually, you've got a point.
Social connotation.
It's neither here nor there. It's neither coming or going.
Yeah, honestly, after this, I'm not gonna speak about it again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, I preferred the one where they had the partnership with Mortal Kombat 2 and they had the characters on the bottles.
But wasn't that like a limited edition type of thing? You know,
Yeah.
like what they do?
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, I'll give it like a 2.
But for me, I think they should have cemented it into like something a bit more long term. Because then you grow up with the generation and you keep
It's crazy, man, because I'm just asking like, yo, would you pay for this logo, bro?
Yeah, your net's a bit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
Like it ain't this child is like if okay.
Yeah.
So that's whatever, man. But yeah,
and also the skull and I'll pass, thank you.
100%.
Another 5 for me for social.
Yeah, you're so kind though. 2 on my side.
2. Just
Tastes good though, but yeah, let's move.
it does taste good. All right, let's talk about football, my dog. Football chats. Where do you want to start? There's a lot going on.
Prem is back.
Prem is back, though.
Arsenal won the Community Shield.
Chief. Please, man.
I'm just saying.
Spare. Okay, City won the Super Cup. Say something.
But you guys are playing Sevilla.
Say something.
You guys are playing Sevilla.
Say something. Come on.
Penalty shootout, dog.
It's a win is a win. A win is a win.
Okay.
We have a trophy that you only dream of, my man. And that's just one off that you dream of. What? Say something.
What?
Say something.
What?
Champions League. Say something.
But
say something.
How do you get to the Super Cup? You have to the Champions League, boy.
Exactly. That's why it's a dream of yours, nigga.
Boy, it will be done, boy. Next year, this time.
Who?
Arsenal, boy.
While you're eating rice in the midfield.
We've got to boy.
Eating rice in the midfield. You need pop in the midfield, though.
Boy. It's like Thomas Partey comes in, but it's fine.
Let me ask you something, right? So I was having an argument in a group chat with the gents. Actually, dog, I think we should have like a WhatsApp group or number for us and everyone. What do you think?
WhatsApp group with who?
With our viewers.
So viewers?
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, sure, but like, what if our viewers from Russia?
No, but we speak English on there.
What if you can't speak English? Well, what if you can't type in English?
That's why there's
writing English.
Voice typing. Hello.
Fair enough. Now we can try that. See what happens.
All right. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Drop us a comment if you want us to do that. So we're having this argument, right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, I'm not going to give you options.
Okay.
Top of mind, who are the top 3 CDMs of all time that you've seen with your eye? Not your dad telling you or these pundits telling you. What you've seen with your eye. Let's say your top two. Let's say top two.
Top two
Of all time.
Of all time.
That you've seen.
I'd rather be biased because obviously of the age that we grew up in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hence I said that you've seen.
For me, so I think I'd say Busquets, Casemiro though.
Busquets, Casemiro.
Yeah.
No Kante.
No, not Kante.
No Vieira.
No. As much as I did support Arsenal during that time though, like I watched Vieira for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Busquets and Casemiro did it over a good decade, which is longer than what I saw Vieira do.
Okay,
so yeah.
Fair enough. And then between Kante and Rodri, who do you think is the heir apparent to Busquets' throne?
I'd say Rodri. But now also like
Thank you.
No, but dude, honestly, but it's also very biased though, because
How's it biased?
It's biased in the sense that you're leaning towards Busquets' attributes, and Rodri aligns more with Busquets' attributes than what Kante does though. Kante is more for a destroyer, more for a runner with the ball, dog, as opposed to launching those passes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough. But then, based on just one metric, right? If I were to say, in terms of the longevity, then Rodri already is miles ahead of Kante.
I mean, for real though, because think about like how often is Sergio Busquets injured, and it's and that's accredited to the way that he plays, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball's already gone before you even get to him. So it's things like that. So Rodri is a similar player. I mean, as much as he is a physical specimen, like he really gets touched, because that ball's long gone before people actually get anywhere near him.
Yeah.
So it's things like that, dog. I think at Man City, like Rodri is probably the least injured player in your team, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was complaining last week that he can't be playing over 50 games for 3 seasons in a row.
You know what I'm saying?
Someone needs to start pulling their weight.
So you see,
Kelvin Berger Phillips, case in point.
You see, so it's things like that, dog. Like Rodri aligns more to the type of player that Busquets was. Kante is more aligned to maybe what Casemiro was at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that. Hence I was saying it's very biased. I think you knew what angle you're going for there. I don't even know why you asked me that question. Like I did. That's a wild one.
Why are you accusing me?
Nah, it's a wild one.
I was asking you a general question.
This guy, dog.
All right. Anyway, let's move to like proper chats, right? Who's the surprise package so far?
Surprise package so far.
After game week 1.
After game week 1.
Yeah.
For me, it has to be Newcastle. Like holy like I won't lie.
I stole my notes, huh?
No. No, like look, I think Newcastle. Okay, after Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Aston Villa was the next big game out of game week 1.
Even though it was a better game than
yes, even though it was a better debatable.
It was
debatable. So
sample size
debatable. But so Newcastle versus Aston Villa. I was expecting a lot of goals on both sides because of the teams that they've been building up over the summer for them, over the transfer window, and how they performed also in the closing stages of last season. So I was expecting a tight affair. You know what I'm saying?
But you see, you capping, dog. Because your opening statement is based on the business that they've done in the transfer season, right? Mm-hmm. They've only bought one major guy, Tonali. Who else?
I mean, you're talking
That's one player.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, but in the way you positioned it, it's like it was a squad overhaul.
Nah, dog.
Or at least 3 players.
I mean, think about Newcastle. They bought Tonali, they bought Harvey Barnes, which I think is a big signing also, you know what I'm saying?
No, not big. It's a bargain signing of the century.
Nah, I think it's a big signing. Harvey Barnes is a player. Boy.
He's a player, but he's not Sandro Tonali level. He's not...
Do you watch Sandro Tonali?
Yeah, for fucking AC Milan. Come on, dude.
Where was he before AC Milan?
No, man, I know him at AC Milan. He doesn't know where I stay, so it's only fair.
Fair enough.
Only fair that I know him from AC Milan.
Just checking, it's fine. So that was a very big signing, good compliment to Bruno Guimaraes there also.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I said, I was expecting goals, but I was expecting a more tight affair. I didn't expect Newcastle to blow them away because the way Emery prepares for big games, like, it's very pragmatic, keeps things consolidated and compact and stuff.
But hits you on the brain.
Boy, but for what I saw in that game, I was like, yo, boy, Isak is holy shit.
He's underrated. That
he's
guy.
He's very much underrated.
He's underrated.
And we're linked with him, dog. But it went to 70 M, boy. Into that time, when Arsenal was still stingy with the funds, boy.
Yeah.
So when he dropped 100 M for Rice, I was like, nah, but guys,
Yeah,
I might as well drop the 70 dog for Isak, you know.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with when we opted for Upepe instead of Zaha dog at the time. So yeah, man, I think surprise package for me is definitely Newcastle. I think they're the dark horses because no one's really.
Are they going to get top 4?
I think
I in mind the fixture list, right?
we all face the same teams at the end of the day.
No, but they're in Champions League now.
Yeah, I know.
First time in more than a decade.
Fair enough.
Over 2 decades actually.
Doesn't matter, boy. They must enjoy the experience, like.
Yeah, you must enjoy the experience, but would you have the legs?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You make a good point in terms of that, dog. But I think once again, there's still a January transfer window, and they have racks for days. So if it comes down to that, they can still make big ass signings, dog. They can compete with anyone and everybody, basically.
I'll tell you what I think, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a case of one of 2 things. One, they've either studied how City have done things, because the way they're moving is very similar to how we were moving from 2008 to 2010.
It's very stable, very controlled.
Yeah, very controlled, very thorough.
They're not buying all in one go.
Yeah.
Like they're literally plugging the holes one by one.
Yeah. So it's either that, or they've managed to nip someone very big at Man City and they brought him there and he's pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Like Newcastle could be a very big thing, because think about it, dog. Even in the tune, you know, there's only one team, and that's Newcastle, dog.
Yeah.
In every other area, you know, there's that competition. So even that, like, just from a revenue side of things, dog, like, it's crazy. There's only one team in that city, boy, that everyone's, you know, supporting.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like, it's gonna be massive. But I think their weak point will always be their defense. You know, it's not a world-class defense. The midfield,
but they have a strong defense, bro. I think last year they were the second least conceding team in the league.
They have a strong defense, but
because they're tall.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
It's Dunk there at the back.
No, Dunk's at Brighton.
I mean, what's his name? That guy, man.
Burn.
Yeah, Burn. That's a big boy. And the big boy at the back there, and then you have what's that guy with the fierce shots, man? That guy can shoot from halfway line and will go in. What's his name again?
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
and then they got Trippier and all those guys. But you see, like, you look at that defense, you're like, okay, cool. Not really big names. I mean, they craft, you know, they put in a good shift and stuff. But I think they can be beaten, you know. 1-2, you're out, dog. Because if you watch that game, dog, if you saw what Diaby was doing to them, you know what I'm saying, like, can be easily beaten. The midfield
with the pacey team.
The midfield is class. I wouldn't say world class, you know, because it's a Sandro Tonali still on the rise. Bruno Kumari is also on the rise. Who's the third guy in the midfield?
That Brazilian, that tall guy. He just bulldozes everyone.
Joelinton.
Bulldozes his way.
Joelinton, even him, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? At no stage do I see Joelinton can call up the Brazil national team.
But he's a hard worker. He's a horse.
Yeah,
and you need a horse, especially in the midfield. You need a horse.
I hear you, dog, but they are better horses, basically.
No, bro, think about it. He's like the equivalent of Valverde.
Please respect Valverde, dog.
Man, that's fuckface.
Equivalent.
No, okay. Maybe not now. But 2 years ago, he was the equivalent of Freddy Valverde. And also he's the equivalent of what's that? Jersey number 14 at Atletico?
Marcos Llorente.
Yeah, Llorente.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Same player. Same thing. The only difference between him and this guy at Madrid is technical ability. That's the only difference.
That's a huge thing, though.
For sure. But I'm saying in terms of what they've offered to the team,
okay, fair enough.
They are workhorses.
Does Joelinton get into a Man City side?
No, he doesn't.
Does he get into a Chelsea side?
No, he doesn't.
Does he get into an Arsenal side?
Perhaps.
Does he get into a Liverpool side? You see,
but he fits Klopp's way of playing.
Like, so at the very most bench. You see, hence I'm saying, like, cool, class, but not world class. So it's still a work in progress, because even when you look up front, cool, they've Isak, whom I consider to be world class.
Yeah.
But then on the wings, it's still, like you say, Harvey Barnes, your Gordon, Almiron.
Can we actually discuss something, bro?
Talk to me.
Give me your top 3 worst number 10s in the English Premier League right now. The guys that wear jersey number 10. I mean, when I grew up, jersey number 10 was the guy to go to.
100%. Yo, but
So
number
now,
10's though, yo.
And number 10's now whack.
But it's very.
Number 10's are whack.
It's hard to think of number 10s because now remember, like you said, like back in the day, number 10 was given to a specific type of player, dog. Whereas now, like, everyone willy-nilly just wears a number, you know what I'm saying? Like Mason Mount wears 7, dog. I'm just like, hey,
what's going on here?
Dog. So, boy.
Because think about it, yo. At United, it's Rashford.
Which is also weird. Like, I've never known a speedy winger to be associated number 10, or maybe 7. Like, that makes sense.
Grealish, okay, he may be.
Really, I think.
But I'd rather give it to a player like Bernardo. Or
but Grealish, for the way Grealish plays, the 10 actually does work out for him because of like the type of language style that he has, you know.
But would you not agree that a better player at City could be wearing that? Or rather, a better fitting player, like Silva.
No, I hear you.
For me, Silva's that guy's a magician on the ball, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%, dog, 100%.
And then you go to Newcastle, it's Gordon. The fuck is going on here? At Liverpool.
But look, Gordon was their first like statement signing. You know?
Come on, man. Come on, get serious.
But it was the big statement because he was first linked with Chelsea, and then Newcastle came in and swept him out.
So what, bro? He's not a number 10 caliber.
He's not, but think about it. At the time, for them, Gordon was wow. Until they realized, and like, no, we can afford and actually attract even better players than him, dog. That was just a statement to let you know, like, yo, we actually can compete. Like, Chelsea wanted him, we got him. You know.
Okay, fair enough. And then who else? At Liverpool, there's McAllister.
It's positionally it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And also for the type of player, even though his boy outshined him or outshined him, in Enzo Fernandez, he outshined him.
I mean,
head and shoulders above.
But look, I think they've come into the team on different roles, but also different times, and also it's just the way Chelsea set up to play versus Liverpool.
You still haven't answered my question though.
But like I said, I don't really look at jersey numbers anymore because I'm just like anyone can willy-nilly wear 10. I mean, William Gallas wore 10 as my centre back at Arsenal, dog.
Yeah, but Arsenal is wild with the numbers, just like Man City. I mean, Joao Cancelo was wearing number 7.
So you see, so I can't.
Kolarov was wearing number 11.
So from the top of my mind, I can't even think of 10s. Like literally right now, while I'm speaking to you, I'm still thinking of Kun Aguero wearing number 10. You know what I'm saying? So
which was almost fitting, but not really.
I mean, because he's a stocky boy, you know, like the number 10 kind of set well on him, dog. So it's that, dog. Like literally. So I mean, in terms of 10, like the only 10s I know is.
Oh, maybe let me not say the worst, but who's befitting of that jersey currently?
A 10.
Who's 10 at Chelsea?
But now Chelsea don't play with the 10. So the only team that plays the 10 right now is probably Arsenal because we still do a 4-2-3-1. So
yeah,
there's actually
number 10 is on the bench, isn't it? Smith Rowe.
Yeah. But you asked me who's befitting of the 10, and I was gonna say Martin Odegaard. You know.
Oh, okay.
Especially for the position he plays and the way he plays.
For sure, but I think he's settled in jersey number 8. I don't see him moving from that number. Martin Odegaard.
08?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Bro.
Yeah, Martin, I think he's settled in that jersey number.
But yeah, it's whatever, dog.
Anyway, let's keep it moving.
So, my boy, what do you think of Lyle Foster? At least you're South African in the Premier League. Like, and actually pulls his weight also, you know what I'm saying?
At long last.
Like, whew.
Yeah, it's been a drought for us, eh?
Dog.
It's been a drought.
It's been a proper drought. But it's crazy that the last South African we saw play in the Premier League was also playing against Man City.
Oh yeah,
I remember like the only clip we had of him was him taking that touch, that Charles Zinchenko. And like that's the way it ended, dude. You know what I'm saying?
It was just vibes, boy.
He's not supposed to. He took Kaloko on. He cut in. He shot. Almost scored. I was like, yeah, you know, I can live with that clip, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and he's also very strong. Eh? I was very surprised.
And he started the game. You know what I'm saying? So
did he finish the game?
I'm not sure, dog. But company really feels us, you know what I'm saying? Like
no, but here's the thing, right? If you look at Lyle Foster and his career path, right? This is what most South Africans don't get, right? Lyle Foster was he was in Belgium or something like that, and that's where he first worked with Company. I think Company was at Standard Liège, right?
Anderlecht.
Yeah. And that's where he formed the relationship and got to know the player, right? South Africans want a guy to go to an Ajax Amsterdam and then straight from there he must play for Liverpool. Like, my boy, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that, bro. Like even if you look at players that come from your South Americas, they usually start at either the Spanish La Liga or they'll go to the Portuguese league, either Benfica or Celtic, and then they move into the German and the English.
But it's always been like that. I mean, like, especially with like West African, with our West African brothers, like with them, they always start off in the French league.
Yeah.
Because then obviously, like, also in terms of like language, you know, they understand, they can speak French. I mean, they're colonized by, but anyways, let's not go there. Story for another time.
We just cut off the gas lines.
And then, from there, cool, you get recognized and then bam, you make your big money move. And then, but didn't company work with Tau also?
Where was Tau? Was
it Bruges? It was Bruges.
Yeah, Club Bruges.
Club Bruges. Because he started first in the Division 2 of Belgium, and then he went up to Club Bruges.
And then from Bruges he went to...
Brighton. Yeah. But at some stage, I think him and company had crossed paths, but
I think you would have signed him. Because for me, pound for pound, I think Tau is still a bit better than Lyle Foster.
Look, no, Tau is better than Lyle Foster. I'm not even going to sugarcoat
pound
it.
For pound,
But like in terms of performing in the Premier League, I think Lyle Foster is more suited to the Prem, dog.
Yeah. Because he's got that.
Exactly. Especially for in those attacking positions, you know, unless you're Bernardo Silva. But, you know, players like Bernardo Silva, you know, come on are very few, though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you had your Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Santi Cazorla, that was also nippy. Modric was also nippy.
Yeah.
But look at the names I'm mentioning, dog. Like, you know, their talent levels are just like that high up.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's that. Not that was not a quality player, but
I know, that's another.
Yeah, that's a world-class players. So, man, it's that.
PSL, dog. Are you watching the PSL?
I actually have watched the PSL, man. Shout out to Betway, man. You know, Betway got to be watching all the leagues. Got to look after my investment.
I'm looking after your portfolio.
I cash out at halftime. I have no time for nonsense.
For me, I find it very hard to watch the PSL, and I'll tell you why, right?
Oh, you're switching channels, huh?
No. Number one, the infrastructure, right? We've got the stadiums that look nice, but the pitch is totally different.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a hard watch.
There's levels.
There's levels to this, bro. It's hard to watch, bro. I think the only good stadiums we have from a pitch perspective would be Polokwane, PE, Cape Town, and there's one more that I'm missing, Orlando, most of the time.
For the number of times that you've gone to a game live,
have
you ever seen them actually water the pitch like before games?
No, they don't.
They don't, ne?
They don't. It's as dry as the desert.
And I think also it's part of the issue, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like playing on dry grass versus, you know, playing on wet grass.
Slick surface.
Like football can be played on a slick surface. So I think also that's what's showing us.
But then have you seen the stadiums in Durban, bro? Sand patches everywhere, bro.
Hey, boy.
It's like speed humps on the pitch. Like, what's going on here? How is a person supposed to hit that grass cutting pass in Ghana?
But now also it's like the management companies of those stadiums, though. We can't really blame the clubs for that, you know, because it's not like I own FNB, Kaizer Chiefs owns the FNB stadium.
True, but during the World Cup, the guy that was brought in to manage the pitch at Moses Mabhida is the same guy that manages your guys' stadium, Arsenal. Same pitch guy. So why don't they take those lessons or take the guys that are going to be managing the pitch and put them on a course with this guy and say, hey, listen, for the next 6 weeks, train and hear what this guy has to say. So that I've never seen Arsenal with patches on their grass. Why can't we achieve the same thing?
Nah, I hear you, but boy, you know accountability and responsibility in this country, especially with the higher ups, dog, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in government, right?
Like, let's not go there, dog, but it's a story for another time. Like, in terms of cost-cutting measures, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they sit around at a table and like, okay, cool. What is the benefit of spending X amount making the grass green if our one-man are just going to play a 0-0 draw, you know, if people aren't even coming to the stadiums? Like, what do we do? It had to be, it'd be interesting to actually, if we could actually get someone to actually come fill us in on that. Maybe someone in there actually, some of the people in our audience actually know something that we don't. We stand to be corrected. Like honestly, like we're just speaking from the top of our heads right now.
Yeah.
If we're wrong, if you know something that we don't, please let us know, gents.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can take it from there. Though.
Actually, I think we should invite someone from Stadium Management South Africa. I know someone there. It's like sort of a big boy there.
Yeah.
So that whole company runs Orlando Stadium, FNB Stadium, Dobson Hill Stadium, and I think one more. So I think we can engage him because FNB has in recent times left much to be desired.
Yeah, no,
from a pitch quality perspective.
That's true.
Orlando has been one stadium that I can say that for the most part it's been rather above average. It's not world class like an Arsenal or a Man City pitch or a Real Madrid pitch, but for the most part it's always green. And I do understand that these stadiums also host events, so they'll have a stage there, so the pitch will get brown and all of that. But outside of that, if you know that the PSL season is going to start on August the 11th, surely you're going to water the pitch 3 weeks or 4 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, that's true. Now I hear you. But yeah, PSL news. Have you watched any games?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm a Chiefs supporter. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I know. Nah, but they don't deserve my support right now.
Nah, I agree with that.
The only team that I will give 90 minutes to, and that I have given 90 minutes to, it's Sundowns.
For real?
Yeah.
For me, it's Pirates right now. Like it's sad, but
I can't.
Pirates is cooking.
Is it?
Nah, they're building something special there. Like I think they're gonna give Sundowns a run for their money. Sundowns right now, I don't know. I think when we talk about Pep and overcomplicating things, I think that's what's happening right now at Sundowns. I watched the first 2 games. I think the first game was against Sekhukhune United, and that one, okay, I'm not sure where the stadium was, but they just scraped through, dog. And that time, Sekhukhune had a red card.
But Sekhukhune is a good team, bro. It's not just a team. I mean, we know it's a team that mushroomed, but they have good players. They've come.
But I wasn't sure if it was a cup game or a PSL game, but
it was a PSL game.
And then I saw them against Swallows also when Charlie got that red card in the first 10 minutes. And even then, I think they just won it 1-0. So I think from what I've seen in the tweets, like when Sundowns wins for it, like they top of the trending list, and people are just like, hey, Rolani is gonna be exposed this season. Probably
that
not.
That was class, bro.
No, definitely.
Don't
get me wrong. Like he is class, but I think he is experimenting a bit too much. Sometimes for me it's like, if it's not broken, like don't fix it. I understand you wanna come with an element of surprise and stuff, but that's overthinking. If something's working for you.
What do you mean, bro? Pep, how many times has Pep changed this team and the system? I mean, just look at last year. Second half of the season versus the first half of the season. 2 different styles. You didn't even know that John Stones could run things from the midfield.
I hear you.
So you're directly contradicting what you're saying. Before we go, dog, let's quickly do some predictions. I'm going to run next week's predictions since you brought up Betway. And just shoot from the hip, right?
Yeah.
Say who you think is going to win. And let's go for it. Chelsea Luton.
Chelsea.
Bournemouth Spurs.
Spurs.
Arsenal Fulham.
Arsenal.
Brentford Crystal.
Brentford.
Everton Wolves.
Draw.
Man United Nottingham.
Draw.
You sure? Okay, Brighton West Ham.
Draw.
Brighton West Ham.
Draw.
Brighton West Ham.
Draw.
Okay, Burnley Aston.
Aston.
Burnley Aston.
Aston.
Okay, Sheffield City.
City.
And next up, Liverpool Newcastle. And Newcastle's at home. Sorry, I mentioned it the other way around.
Newcastle.
Newcastle beat Liverpool.
Newcastle beat
at
Liverpool.
St. James's Park.
Newcastle beat Liverpool at St. James's Park.
You heard it here first, people. You get your bet slips in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ball on beers. Ball on beers.
Thank you very much.